So students, welcome back you again to Saurabh's classes. So in this video I am going to discuss the solution of question number 7, which says that let S is be the set of n elements, the number of ways in which n distinct non-empty subsets x1, x2 up to xn of S can be chosen such that x1 is a subset of x2 is subset of xn. Okay, they are saying that the number of ways n distinct, it just mind the point, distinct non-empty subsets, right, such that x1 is a subset of x2, subset of x3, subset of xn. Now observe that they are saying that this all the n sets are distinct. So as they are distinct, so I can say x1 and x2 cannot be same. So they are not saying that subset, they are saying that proper subset, that is x1 is a proper subset of x2. And again x2 and x3 are not same, so I can say that x2 is a proper subset of x3. In such a way is a proper subset of xn, right? Now there are n sets. Okay, there are n sets, n elements, right? N elements, and there are n sets. Okay, such that each sets are distinct and having satisfying this kind of chain. So first of all, suppose, just let me tell you, suppose x1 is a singleton set 1. Why, I will tell you later. Suppose x1 is a singleton set 1. Okay, then x2 is a set which contains 1 and more than 1. So x2 is 1, 2. Okay, in such a way xn is 1, 2, n. Okay, you can see that this set satisfying all of the above conditions. Now observe that if x1 contains more than one element, okay, observe my point, x1 contains more than one element. Suppose x1 contains any two element I, j, such that I not equal to j. x1 contains two elements. Now if x1 contains two elements, and then as x3 is a superset, x1 is a proper subset of x2, then x2 contains 3 elements at least. Then x3 contains at least 4 elements. In such a way xn minus 1 contains n elements. So there are n elements. Hence I can say that xn minus 1 contains all of the elements 1, 2 up to n, right? And hence as xn is a superset of x2, xn minus 1, and xn and minus 1 and xn are distinct, hence I can say that xn is a set contains all the n elements with one extra element, that is some other element, some k. But it is given that this sets belongs to the set of n elements. Okay, so I am considering that n elements as 1 to n, so which is a contradiction, right? So x1 cannot contains more than one element. Similarly, x2 cannot contains more than 2 elements. x3 cannot contains more than 3 elements. In such a way, xn cannot contains more than n elements, right? So x1 contains one element. So let me write x1, that I am choosing the n elements as 1, 2 up to n. Okay, suppose x1 contains, if x1 contains 1, suppose x1 contains some 1, then x2 must contains 1, 2, right? x3 contains some, let me tell you another way. So observe that if this these are the n elements, then xn contains 1, 2 up to n elements, all the n elements, right? xn contains all the n elements. So xn minus 1 contains n minus 1 element. So you can discard one elements among these n elements. So there are n minus n choices you have. You can discard n one element among these n elements. So there are nc1 choice. So that is one choice, right? So in xn minus 2 you can discard n minus among, as this contains n minus 1 element, so among n minus 1 elements you have to discard one element, so you have n minus 1 choices. In x3 you have n minus 2 choices. So in such a way in x1 you have two choices, right? So that is Now, so total number of choices n into n minus 1 up to 2. You can multiply this with 1, that will be n factorial. So you have total n factorial number of choices. Now you can see that n factorial is our option C. Hence I can say that option C is our correct option. Are you getting my point? What I am saying? I am repeating my argument again, as xn contains all the n elements. So xn contains 1 to up to n. xn minus 1 contains n minus 1 elements. So among these n elements, you have to discard one element. So you can choose NC1OS. So that is 1. Now n minus 2 contains n minus 1 elements. So among n minus 2 elements. So among these n minus 2 elements, you can discard n minus 1. Among these n minus 1 elements, you have to discard one element. So there are n minus 1 ways. So similarly, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into up to 1 ways. So that is n factorial ways. So the answer to the question is n factorial. So we have solved the question number 7. In this video, we have solved the question number 7. In the next video, we are going to solve the question number 8. Okay, students. Thank you for watching.